I'm going to read a little bit of Jonathan Livingston Seagull tonight. It was morning, and the sun sparkled across the ripples of a gentle sea. A mile from shore, a fishing boat chummed the water, and the word for breakfast flock flashed through the air till a crowd of 1,000 seagulls came to dodge and fight for bits of food. It was another busy day beginning, but way off alone, out by himself, beyond the boat and the shore, Jonathan Livingston Seagull was practicing. 100 feet in the sky, he lowered his webbed feet, lifted his beak, and strained to hold a painful, hard, twisting curve through his wings. The curve meant that he would fly slowly, and now he slowed until the wind was a whisper in his face, and until the ocean stood beneath him. He narrowed his eyes. In fierce concentration, he held his breath, forced one single more inch of curve. Then his feathers ruffled. He stalled and flew. Seagulls, as you know, never falter, never stall. To stall in the air is for them disgrace, and it is dishonor. But Jonathan Livingston Seagull, unashamed, stretched his wings again in that trembling hard curve, slowing, and stalling once more. Was no ordinary bird. Most gulls don't bother to learn more than the simple facts of flight, how to get from shore to food and back again. For most gulls, it is not flying that matters, but eating. For this gull, though, it was not eating that mattered, but flight. More than anyone else, Jonathan Livingston Seagull loved to fly. This kind of thinking, he found, is not the way to make oneself popular with the other birds. Even his parents were dismayed, as Jonathan spent whole days alone making hundreds of low-grade glides, experimenting. He didn't know why, for instance, but when he flew at altitudes less than half his wingspan above the water, he could stay in the air longer with less effort. His glides ended not with the usual feet-down splash into the sea, but with a long flat wake as he touched the surface with his feet tightly streamed against his body. When he began sliding in to feed up landings on the beach, then pacing the length of his slide in the sand, his parents were very much dismayed indeed. "Why, John, why?" his mother asked. "Why is it so hard to be like the rest of the flock, John? Why can't you leave low flying to the pelicans, to the albatross? Why don't you eat, son? You're bone and feathers." "I don't mind being bone and feathers, Mom. I just want to know what I can do in the air and what I can't, that's all. I just want to know." "See here, Jonathan," said his father, not unkindly. "Winter isn't far away. Boats will be few and the surface fish will be swimming deep. If you must study, then study food and how to get it. This flying business is all very well, but you can't eat a glide, you know. Don't you forget that reason that you fly is to eat." Jonathan nodded obediently. For the next few days he tried to behave like the other gulls. He really tried, screeching and fighting with the flock around the piers and fishing boats, diving on scraps of fish and bread. But he couldn't make it work. "It's all so pointless," he thought, deliberately dropping a hard-won anchovy to a hungry old gull chasing him. "He could be spending all this time learning to fly. There's so much to learn."